My name is Chase Oliver, and I want to remind people I'm a member of the Libertarian Party, and the reason why I say that is because it's once again need to be reminded that this is not a left versus right issue. This is a right versus wrong issue when we talk about Cop City. What you have done is you have betrayed the trust of your constituents. You lied to us when you told this was only going to be $31 million. It's now costing twice that, and even if it were costing half that, it would be a waste of taxpayer money. We already have facilities to train our police, and it would be far less expensive if you just wanted to retrofit that instead of clear-cutting forests to create this facility. If you really cared about fiscal responsibility and using the people's taxpayer money wisely, you would not be buying back $36 million worth of land that you gave away for practically nothing. So I'm here to talk about not just the injustice that Cop City brings, but what militarization of police brings to us. I was in the streets in summer of 2020, when we were peacefully protesting the murder of George Floyd, the murder of Breonna Taylor and others, and it was the Atlanta police who decided to bring the tanks rolling down the street and who decided to call in the National Guard. It was y'all who corralled us. It was y'all who were pepper spraying and tear gassing us. It was the police who were pulling people out of their cars and arresting them for no reason other than the fact they were lost on the night of the protest. And so what does the police get in reward for that? $67 million of taxpayer money to fund your facility? That's ridiculous. I don't think it's right to be giving you $1 until you restore trust with the people. And the way you do that is pretty simple. You do that by by ending qualified immunity for the Atlanta City Police so that we can get our day in court when we're done wrong. You do that by requiring your officers to hold liability insurance. So when they do wrong, it doesn't come out of the taxpayer's pocket from other services. It comes out of the pockets of the police officers who have to pay for those insurance policies. If you want to hold police accountable, there's a lot of ways to do it. But clear-cutting forests so that you can build this facility is a spit in the face of the people who have been out here speaking against it for months and months on end. Take a poll, read the room, listen to the people, and you will see that they don't want this. I also want to speak out against the slander that we are all out-of-towners. I've lived in and around Atlanta my entire life, and I love this city. I love the things that it represents because I love the people of this city, not its government. That's absolutely true. But when you say that we're out-of-towners, that's a lie. Because the truth is the people who are out-of-towners are the corporate donors who are backing the Atlanta Police Foundation. They don't live on Peachtree Street, they live on Wall Street. They don't care about the people, they care about the almighty dollar. And they don't have our best interests at heart. And right now, if you vote for this facility, you don't have our best interests at heart. You're bought and paid for. You might as well be getting your 20 pieces of silver. Because right now, you are committing a Judas act against the people of Atlanta. I'm sorry there wasn't an invocation here today. It's Monday, but I'm about to take you to church. Because the Prince of Peace, the Lord Almighty Jesus Christ, taught me to love my fellow man, to not put them down, to not put my boot upon their neck. I support the Prince of Peace. I support a gospel of love. And I support that all people are free. They have inherent freedom and liberty. And every time you put another law, another regulation, another police force on the street, you're putting the boot on our necks. And the people are getting tired of it. This is a warning to those who are sitting in the ivory towers and those who sit here in elected office. You are making peaceful revolution impossible. And I don't support violence. I'm a pacifist. I oppose the initiation of force. We're not initiating force. Y'all are initiating force against us. Government is initiating force against individual people. And yes, there are systemic wrongs that need to be righted with our policing. There are people who are more affected than others. Those of you who have means, those of you who sit up here in the ivory tower, those of you who take the corporate money, y'all don't have to worry about the militarization of police. It's the people who go to work every day, who earn a living, who go to work, they raise a family, and they're just trying to do their best. And what you're doing is you're sending more militarized police into our neighborhoods. We don't want it. The people do not want it. And your job is to represent the people. And when you don't do that, you're failing. You're failing, and you're a failure. And I want to say anybody who supports this is a failure, and they deserve to be challenged to the next election. And I am outside the two-party system, but I'll tell you right now, I will fight like hell to make sure that each and every one of you is replaced. I will find somebody that's good to support in the city of Atlanta who wants to actually represent the people and not the government and not the corporate stooges who fund you. The truth is you're going to have hundreds of people marching in here. You're going to have people coming through here to fight this. And we're not props either. We are families. We are communities, and we are people who are sick and tired of having to come here and give public comment when you already know what the public thinks. You already know this. You don't need us to come here and shame you in this performative exercise that you give us. Just give us the liberty to represent us like you want us to. Let us be free people. Quit over-militarizing our police. Quit over-militarizing our streets. Quit filling our jails up with people who don't need to be there. There are far too many people who are in jail, as you said, sleeping with bed bugs than they are getting addiction therapy services, which is what they really need. If you want to stop the prison, cycle, then you need to stop it where it is. And that's with the drug war, that's with the continuation of policies that perpetuate poverty in all of our communities. Free the people. Let us run our business and get out of it. And to the police, I want to tell you right now, I support the need to enforce laws, but the truth is we have too many laws. We have too many reasons to throw people in jail, and I will not stand up for a police state, and that's what you're doing right here. Take the police out of this. Figure out new ways to make our communities safer. Don't do it at the barrel of a gun. Don't do it with the initiation of force. Because when you do that, you get a response back. That's what happens. The more you militarize our police, the more the world will become militarized. And this isn't just about Atlanta. So again, I'm tired of the slander that this is just about people in Atlanta. Because there are going to be police departments all over the country that will be swarming to get trained at this facility so they can militarize and crack down on their populations back at home. And when they pay for that, who's going to profit? Not the city of Atlanta, but the private Atlanta Police Foundation. They're the ones who are going to make all the money. So you're giving them everything, and you're letting them make everything. What kind of a government is that? That is a corporate-controlled government. That is fascism. And I oppose it. And I ask that the people of Atlanta rise up and continue, no matter what you do today, no matter how you vote, continue to let their voices be heard. Because we will not be silenced by a few select privileged people who are getting elected up to office in a political process that itself is rigged many times to help the powerful and the rich get ahead. I support freedom for all people, oppose Cop City, and viva, viva Tortuga. Thank you.
Thank you. Next will be